Now, as I'm sitting here, man, I thought about it. And I said, the truth of the matter is a lot of people know what active income is. They might not necessarily know what it is, the terminology of it, but they understand it very clearly. When I go to work and I work for 8 hours, and I work for 9 hours, and I work for 12 hours, and based on that, I get paid a certain amount of money, whether that may be $10 an hour, $8 an hour, $15 an hour, $30 an hour, or upward of $50, $100 an hour. That's what we call active income. You're basically trading your time for money. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because a lot of people do it. The problem is you can only work for so many hours. Sometimes people brag about the fact that they work for 12 hours and they work for 15 hours. The problem is there's only 24 hours in a day. And eventually, I'm going to cap out. Eventually, I'm going to run out of time. So that's one way of doing it, to trade my time for money. There's another way of doing it, which the rich, the wealthy, they are very, very knowledgeable on the second way of the second type of income, which is basically passive income. And that's basically where I make a initial investment, and then basically the investment is paying me without me doing much work. The investment is paying me quarterly, monthly, weekly, bi-weekly, whatever it may be. Suppose I make a $100 investment, and every month that brings me $1 without me lifting a finger. All I had to do was to find that first 100, and once I found that 100, for the next 10 years, I get $1 every month. That's what we call passive income. Now, the power in that is that if you can manage to come up with $1,000, all of a sudden it's bringing you $10 a month without you lifting a finger. If you could come up with $10,000 and all of a sudden you're getting $100 a month without lifting a finger. If you can come up with $100,000 investment that might be able to do it, now you have $1,000 a month. I don't know if you get the drift of what I'm trying to explain to you. The power in that I'm no longer trading my time. I no longer have to wake up for that to happen. I just had to make an initial investment, and it don't necessarily have to be an investment of money. It could be an investment in a project that you did, a business that you started, a book that you wrote, whatever that may be, or maybe a property that you bought in 2019, in 2015, and then all of a sudden that property is bringing you passive income monthly. Every time the rent is paid, there's a little bit of money that comes to you that you don't have to really truly lift a finger for that to come to you. So that would be the difference of what passive income is and what active income is. Now, what a lot of people would consider financial freedom is when they have enough passive income that is able to take care of all their expenses for the month, right? Suppose my total expenses for the month is $5,000. I need $5,000 to be able to eat, to be able to feed my kids, to be able to pay all my bills, including my mortgage. So I need $5,000. So if I can come up with $5,000 in passive income, not in active income, if I can come up with $5,000 in passive income, then that's what some people would consider to be financially free, financial freedom. So they no longer have to wake up to go to work to make that happen, because they have made enough investments that the investments itself is able to take care of them. God bless.